Hello everyone, Hamas28 here, and today we're still trapped in the world of compact claustrophobia. So, I remembered a lot of people's comments about going to need quite a lot of sewage. So I went ahead and made a lot. Luckily, we do have quite a lot of plants in reserve that I was able to use to make a lot of the pulped biomass. And now I'm storing it in a portable tank so we can use it for later. I was taking a look at the PPI machine and seeing where I could upgrade it as easily, and turns out that the fluid input and the item input were actually pretty cheap. There's probably no reason to actually upgrade the item input other than flexing on people, because we're only ever going to put one thing in here anyway, but I did it anyway. I upgraded the energy input hatch to the normal version. That's as high as I could get it. To get it to the next tier, we're going to need slime balls, which we don't have yet. But for the vacuum fluid hatch, this is the maximum tier possible we can make. Luckily, all it took was just buckets and hoppers to make the vacuum tier. And this should cover literally every single craft that we're going to be doing with this machine. The only one we're stuck at right now is the energy hatch. Until we get slime, we can't produce the final tiers of glitched items. So hopefully that won't come up pretty soon. I set up this little automation here. So water is just pushed into the stone barrel, and this clicker puts the poop inside, turning it into sewage, and the sewage gets sucked out into the portable tank. We're going to need quite a lot of this, because if you take a look at the pressure injector, you can see as you go up, the highest tier requires 256 buckets of sewage. So we're going to want quite the reserve, especially since we need 6 of these glitched large machines, and each one takes 32,000. So if you do 6 times 32, that's quite a big number. So it's a good thing I'm working on that now, and then that will let us make the giant compact machine pretty soon. Although I did not do the glitch quest in this glitched small machine as of yet. Just seems too complicated for me, and I didn't have the time to explore it. Let me put that away. As I was doing other stuff, keep making the sugar cane. So I am pretty happy I left those garden cloches back there to continue making stuff, because it's coming in handy now. Early investments pay dividends. Always remember that. Anyways, so what we're going to be working on this episode is probably making this stuff. So the only reason we didn't make the elevators before is that we didn't have access to I'm so silly. I didn't notice this bottom crafting that only takes a machine casing. Huh. Well, that's funny. Lesson learned. Why aren't you running? Oh, it glitched. That's why. For some reason, every once in a while, probably, yeah, you can see the water broke. To fix this, though, it's very easy. Just take a block like this wood, fill the space to clear the water. Then you can do that. And then it'll start refilling again. Why did I come over here? Oh, right, for the hemp fiber. Also replace the seed so it can keep growing. Let's see. Put that in there. We need a bunch of wool. Thought I had some more. Guess not. To make our elevators. So let's see, we also need a machine casing. Machine casing. Combine this. You get an elevator. Very cool. Do we need 2 for the quest? We need 2 for the quest. Where did I put the rest of the wool? I thought I had more for something else. Copper wire. I could have swore like an episode or 2 ago I had more. Ah, there we go. White wool. Machine casing. Wool. Elevator. And now we can harness the power of the sun with a fusion core. The smallest possible fusion reactor is just able to fit within a 9x9x9. A single electromagnet requires 200 RF per tick. This requires quite a few. 64 fusion electromagnets requires 200 RF per tick to stay active. So 128, 12,800 RF per tick. Doable with a big enough fission reactor. So it does say a 9x9x9, which is a little bit smaller than the giant compact machine. What size is the 9x9x9 compact machine? It's the large. So we'll need to make a large compact machine in order to do that. And then once we have the giant compact machine, we could just make the large one so easy. I'm looking forward to that. Can we do that now that I think about it? To make the giant compact machine, we need to do this, which will take 6 glitched large machines. But to glitch it, we need a bunch of power, 46,000 FE in fact, and 32,000 sewage. How are we looking on sewage? We're at 114. 32,000 is 32, 64, 96, 100 and something. So we're almost there. I can make this go faster if I do it automatically. If I don't use the clicker. Just this runs out of water pretty fast and then it has to refill. So we're at 122. So I think we can actually make it now. So let me plug this guy in here. He starts sucking in the sewage. And to make the glitched one, oh right, we need a bunch of these. That's a little annoying. But once we do it, we only have to do it one time, which is phenomenal. Because we only need 6 of these. 6 times 4. So we need 24 normal machine pieces. And then luckily we can produce it like this. So we need 24 of the normal, which will only take 24 gold blocks and 26 times 24 compact machine walls and 24 ender pearls. Which is honestly not that bad. I thought it was going to be way worse. But that's the power of miniaturization. So let me come back over here, refill you. We'll let that run on its own for a while. And then we have more pulped biomass, so we can make more. So let me put this stuff away. Let me upgrade this chest. Upgrade. So we can store some more junk in it. Put this stuff in there. And speaking of storing junk, now that we made the arc reactor, the arc furnace, we can actually use all of our hop graphite. Is that all I have? I could have swore I had way more. Let's see, come in here, actually come out of here, come in here, grab the coal coke. Not the storage, i.e. machines. Grab that. Come into the crusher. Throw in our coal coke. Grab the coke dust. Then go to the arc reactor, where we have this, and make some more hop graphite ingots. Now we are going to have to make a new dash pickaxe, because it's already fully mined out. But there we go. Almost 2 stacks. Hop graphite dust. This is just regular old coke dust. And we also make more coke dust like that. And then coke dust in here. We can make steel fast like that, which is useful just in case we need to. But we actually just need to keep squeezing it so we can make some more hop graphite. So we'll throw that in here. You can see, now that I finally hooked up the power correctly, the battery doesn't drain immediately, and it can actually function quite fast. For another 15. So So we'll grab that, put that in here, put that back here, and those entire operations only use like 2.5%, which is very good. We are going to need another dash pickaxe though. So where is my Hero Academia? No. What is the name of the thing we were using to make the stuff? What was that called? Dash ingot. Not the induction smelter. Hop graphite and cubic boron nitride. So we're going to need the hop graphite. Dust. Can I turn this into dust? Or is that not a thing? Pretty sure that's not a thing because then you can make an infinite loop. So let's grab some of the hop graphite. Take that out of there. Go into... Where did I put... It's this one, right? Yep. Grab some more cubic boron nitride. And... Okay, it is working. Perfect. It's just very slow. I need to slap some upgrades in here. But now we can combine this with that to make our unrefined dash. So hop graphite and boron nitride in the alloy furnace. And let's make a new dash pickaxe so we can make some more hop graphite ingots. I don't want to have to do this too many times, but we're going to need quite a lot of diamond nuggets to get anything done. So might as well do it now. It's just really annoying. The only way to increase the output of hop graphite is to just make some more redstone furnaces to make more coal coke, which is really annoying. Why is the iron decreasing? What? You all saw that, right? It went down. I've never seen that before. Oh, that's not that. There we go. Because I want to make a bit more dash. Oh, there we go. 8. It's probably good enough. It's funny how making the cubic boron nitride was very complicated, but once you set up the machinery, it's actually very simple. And then it just works. So now we can cook this stuff into some more dash ingots. And what is this? Sticky dash. Not sure what that's for. Dash. Let's make 2 more dash picks. Oh, right, I forgot. Gotta waste a bunch of dash just to make dash sticks. But then you get the dash pickaxe, and it's very useful. It's a labor of love. But you can see I took out all the stuff plus the tiny coal. So all that's left is a bunch of platinum and iridium. Which ones are the fastest? And there should be one more, there we go, on 8. And hopefully that makes us a bunch of hopstitute. It also makes a bunch of tiny coal, which is nice, so we can just make more. Where did I leave? It was in this chest. There we go. See, it's so nice to leave it automatic, so we can just get more sewage. Anyways, so now that we're working on that, giant compact machine, glitch large machine, that... What were we doing? Oh, right, blowing stuff up. We could also make the unfired crucible now, which is pretty good, although I'm pretty sure this is just used for making lava, by the looks of it. It is an energy-free way to make lava, which is pretty useful, because that means I no longer have to use the magma crucible to do it. But this is also... is that better? I think it is. Let's cross that off the list. So we're going to need our glitched tiny machine. Where did I put it? We had it last episode. Oh! It's in here. It's very easy to make one. tiny machine. It is a little expensive, but it's pretty easy to make. And then it'll let us make free lava. We might as well cross it off the list. So we are going to need blocks of iron and redstone. Come in here. Boop. So luckily it's not too bad. And then you just throw it in sewage to finish it off, which is very useful. And then we're going to need 26, so 2 of these. We're going to need to also make a couple of ender pearls. Obsidian. Redstone blocks. I wonder if there's a way to automate this stuff. Or maybe in the future we won't have to. That's awkward. Luckily I have a steel pickaxe. It's level obsidian, not level diamond. That's annoying. Well, I don't have a diamond pick. Would a dash pickaxe work? I think it would. I think a dash pickaxe would work, but it's so expensive. I need it to just be used to procure more resources, not to sit in my hotbar doing nothing. It is interesting how the projectors do turn off though if they see something outside the range. We just need one size bigger and then we can do more crafts. So finish breaking the obsidian. There we go. And make that. Then once we have the ender pearl, we can make our tiny compact machine. Very good. Make a 3x3x3. Huh? Huh? 26. Oh, the inside is hollow. Whoops. There we go. I was like, why isn't that working? Because I miscounted. A full-size block is 27, whereas this is only 26. Then we just have to throw it in some sewage and we're good to go. Luckily we have quite a lot, so that's very easy. Okay, take that. Grab some sewage. Where it's in here, right? Yes. Glitch tiny machine. Now that we have the glitch tiny machine, we'll also need one more ender pearl. And some clay. So let's craft the ender pearl real quick. Make the ender pearl. And for the clay, bone meal and clay is needed. So we might have some bone meal lying around somewhere. Because I don't think I used all of it. I guess not. So how do we get bone meal? Bone meal has to be sifted. You can squeeze bones, we don't have access to bones. You can hammer wool for a 12.5% chance to get bone meal. Or you can sieve dust for a 20% chance. 20% chance, 12.5%. It's gonna have to be sieving. Where's my sieve? There's the mesh. Where's my sieve at? Okay, it's gotta be here somewhere. Sieve. Here's the mesh. Oh, I know where it's at. It's in here. Oh. Oh, I thought it broke. It didn't. 1 bone meal. Perfect. So we just need to see if it's a 20% chance. We need 8. So that's essentially 8 divided by 0.2 is 24. So we need 24 dust, hopefully. So let me try that. 24 dust, pulverize it, and we'll come back after and we'll see if we got lucky. If we got lucky, we're gonna just come right back. If not, you're gonna hear me complaining. So I'm not sure why I like to make things hard on myself. I remembered I could have the auto clicker do the work for me. Why am I doing it manually? Luckily, we're very close. Oh, we're done. Perfect. So now if we combine this with our clay that we don't have, but we can make some more using this guy. It's a dual use. Then we just have to pulverize this. Might as well have you do that. Let's make the clay. Now we can combine the clay with the bone meal to make our porcelain clay, and then put it all together to make our unfired crucible. And then we can fire it to make the crucible. Was it always that hard to get? And now this will make lava, but then I have to pump the lava out. Does it have any other uses? Not really, but I mean it is free and I have one. When I think of a use for it, I'll use it. But anyway, scratch it off the list. 1 crucible. Now, let me see. We don't have the space for the power of the... Wait, yeah, we do. It fits in a 9x9. I'm distracting myself. I'm getting off track. That's not what we're doing. We want to make refined storage so I can actually craft stuff easier, not make my life harder. So, in order to do that, what is it going to take? Right, we need TNT to blow up these hop graphite ingots. Luckily, we just got some more sulfur, so making some gunpowder should be very easy. Niter, sawdust. How do we get niter again? Oh yeah, dust and sewage. So luckily we're making more dust, which is going to work out. Do I not have any more coal? 5. My brain is so scattered sometimes that I forget I need to be making more coal coke. Sulfur dust. I forgot they're different types. Dust in waste is how we're gonna make the niter. Throw that here, throw that there. Done converting. Let's make some gunpowder. Oh, we need the sawdust. Sawdust, sulfur, other sulfur, sand, and gunpowder. Put it together, makes TNT. Store that stuff. Now take our hop graphite. This is 110, so hopefully we get at least 20. That's the goal. We do need a small place to blow this up, which I think we still have one in the tree farm. Yes, we do. All right, more than 20. $19. That's worse than 20. I also added this cache so I could store all the wood. Let's see. So previously we used all of our diamond nuggets making the miniaturizers. Now we need to use them to make a magician's table for one. We'll need a book, but I burned all of my sugar cane. And we should have some more in here. To make some paper. Then take one of these paper and toss it in there. Oh right, I need more than one. One, two. Go back in there. Toss it in there. 2. 1, 2. There we go. Into leather, make a book. Now put it all together to make the enchanting table. This was a long time coming. We're gonna need to build some bookshelves so we can actually enchant. Does that unlock anything? No. But now we can put unbreaking and stuff on our picks, which should make them last a lot longer. Hard carbon is made from graphite dust and diamond. Has a variety of uses, but mostly tools. And then what do we get from this guy? Lithium and boron. I can already get a lot of that with steel picks, so I guess we don't need to make that. Part of the process, we need to make raw advanced processors, which will take processor binding, silicon, redstone, and diamond nuggets. And the processor binding is string and porcelain clay. Alright, I guess we're not done processing. Oh, had more paper in here. Silicon. So I guess we're not done processing dust. Oh, not mean to do that. There we go. Dust. So I guess you still have use, because we're going to need a lot more bone meal by the look of it. Luckily, it's pretty easy to make. If you just throw cobblestone into the manufactory, it makes sand, and you just throw the sand into the pulverizer to turn it into dust. There's our clay, bone meal. Use that to make that. We need string. Why does string needed? It's the thing about tech packs. They make you do anything to make one of these. And the comments were saying you need quite a lot of these raw advanced processors to build most of the items in refined storage. Now we can put it all together to make the controller, the grid, and the disk drive. Having a lot of storage and the ability to automate crafting and... Wait, you can automate crafting and refine storage? I thought it was just storage. Okay, that would have actually been extremely helpful for a lot of the recursive crafts. So we need one for this. We're going to need a bunch of processors for that. And one for this. Okay, so we need at least 3. Oh, and then you can use any chest. Okay, I thought you actually needed like a... what's it called? What's that thing? Ender chest. That's it. Luckily we can make clay pretty easy, and we should have a good enough reserve of string from our hemp. Just gonna be annoying getting everything. Process that, and dump the rest. Where'd my clay go? I already processed it. That's where it went. Okay. Clay and bone meal. String and porcelain clay to make more bindings. Now to make the controller, we need some stone. Wait. I have those. Perfect. One controller. The disk drive will take another one and a chest. Then we need another one for the other thing. Disk drive. Now the grid needs... Wait, that's a construction core. Is that the same thing? That is not the same thing. So we need a construction core, which will take this guy, which is a raw basic processor. And I think we need 4 of these, right? No, we just need 2. 1 and 2. Go ahead and smelt these. Now we need to combine that there. This one will take a piece of quartz. Like so. Then we need 2 improved processors. And then put it all together to make the grid from Tron Legacy. Viewing items. Now we just need to hook this guy up to some power. So we'll put you right here. Grid and disk drive. Are they all connected though? Like, is that how it works? I'm not actually sure. Okay, 1 second. I swear. Some of these Amazon drivers are a little too zealous hitting the doorbell. Anyways, now that that's all completed, it doesn't unlock anything. Which means I'm gonna have to take a look at refined storage. At refined. Because we are gonna need some disks to actually store the items. Storage blocks. Exporter, importer, cables. Storage disks. Yeah, it's very similar to... What's it called? Applied Energistics. I guess it just lacks the ability to automate most things like AE can. But apparently it has crafting, auto crafting. Not sure how to do it in refined storage though. Probably should have learned it at some point. Anyways, let's take a look and see if we can make some of these. Storage parts are going to take silicon, quartz, and that. So let me go ahead and use this. Let's see if we can start making some storage disks. $1K storage. And now can I put stuff in there? And you can, cool. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so refined storage just works on each one can store a certain amount of blocks. It's not like applied energistics where it also accounts for bytes. So let's see, let's make some more, and then 4K. Wait, what? Wait, this is just a grid, not a crafting grid, right? Yeah, you need to make a crafting grid. So I need another one of these guys. Crafting grid, we'll take the grid. So let me remove you. I did always find it odd that they decided to make the grid and the crafting grid separate. I just always found it weird, because it's like, if you're making the storage, why do you need a grid that just lets you view it when you most certainly always want the crafting grid anyway? You know what I mean? But now that we have the storage disk, now we can actually just start moving all of our items in there, right? Like so. Silver, silver and gold, all of that stuff goes in here. And that fills up about half the disk. But now I should be able to just click 1K storage disk, move items. Oh, it doesn't tell you what it's missing. Like, it doesn't tell me when I hover over it, wait, this one, that we need quartz enriched iron. Luckily I have a bunch of that in here. Then go ahead and make that. That's going to be annoying. It doesn't actually tell you that it's missing it. Wonder what these are for. Disk drive. And then you just connect things with cables, exporter, importer. I guess I don't need, I was thinking of how in applied energistics you need to use, oh wait, no. Since the disk itself doesn't care about that stuff, I wouldn't even need to. I can just literally just start storing everything in here. It's generally still not a good idea to store anything with MBT data though. Generally not a good idea. So like all of this stuff. Cooler, that, these things. Now I could just start throwing them in here. And it's full, so we're going to need a bigger one. I don't know why I closed it. What did I just do? At refined disk. There we go. Disk manipulator probably works the same way as what I'm thinking of in AE. And then this. Yeah, see, it's annoying because it says move items, but I can't actually craft this. We're going to need 3 of these. Yeah, see, but then it doesn't actually show what's missing. 1K storage, this. And now it's not even moving. Clear it. Why aren't you clearing? Oh, because there's no more room to push in there. I see. 1, 2, 3. Now we can make a 4K storage part. No, we cannot. Why not? Because we need 4 basic processors. And what is that missing? Redstone. Now we're missing that. This is going to be very nice for being able to do a lot of the crafting, but until I get a bunch of resources in here, this is going to be extremely annoying. Because I don't know these recipes well enough to do a lot of this. Like I need, what am I missing? 4K storage part. 4 basic processors. We're missing the processor bindings. And for that, we're going to need more clay and other stuff. It better not have despawned. I don't think it would have despawned. This is actually very annoying that the resource needed for refined storage is locked behind dust until I get... Is there a different way to get bone meal? Bones, obviously, but not yet. Just a tad bit annoying. And then we also need more clay. Because I need to take this clay, combine it with that, to make porcelain clay. Take the string to do that, to make more processor bindings. But at least it's working, and at least it's pretty cheap to get going. I want to make a 4K storage part though, which I can't yet. I'm going to need a lot more dust. So I'm definitely going to expand this system in between episodes, because I think a lot of this is going to be really annoying to get going, especially collecting all the bone meal. But at least I can use the auto clicker to collect most of it until we get what we needed. But then I'll also need a lot more string as well to make the bindings. But I can say this is actually very useful. Probably should have made this a lot earlier. Make the string. Still not a lot of bone meal. Oh, no, there's 9 in here. Whoops. Didn't see it. Porcelain clay. Processor bindings. Click on you. We need more of these guys. Cook these. Refined storage does exist in other versions of Minecraft. So I wonder if, like, what am I missing? The redstone. Why don't you say that? And then I can't put it back in. Cool. Let's make this, and then combine that here to make the 4K storage disk. Now we have a lot more room for stuff, and throw that in. And now we can just keep throwing stuff in over and over. Of course, we only need to store the important stuff that I'm going to be using a lot. So like all this sawdust, probably don't need to store, but all of like the ferroboron and the other dust, we can definitely start storing, which would be very useful. Also had some compact machine walls in there. And all of our other ores. This will make crafting stuff so much easier. But I wonder if you know what it means. No. External storage. I'm assuming this will connect to a chest. I wonder, does it say in the advancements? Refined storage. Use an external storage to provide the network with storage from an external block like a chest. Okay, so I should be able to use these to connect to the caches. Because then instead of making a ton of storage drives, I could just connect it to the cache because they have a much higher items, what's the word? They stack a lot more items. They only stack a single block, but like 9,000 uranium means I don't have to store everything on 2 4K disk drives. Now to do that though, I will have to revamp the system. This is a 5x5 room. We can upgrade it to a 7x7 so we'd have more space, because I'm not going to be able to connect to all of these when it's a little cramped like this. But that is something I'll be able to do, which is very nice. Grab this stuff. This will also make it a lot easier to find everything. Like I have a random block of iron in here. Why? That stuff in there. And now it's looking good. Now I don't have to keep rummaging through all these chests to find what I need. I'm sure there were a lot of people saying, I wonder why he hasn't made the refined storage yet. It would save him so much time. And you'd be right. Like especially, we have a like 20,000 redstone. If I just connect the external storage to this, I no longer have to keep running back and forth. We can just have access to it all the time. Now let's see. So now that that's done, I wonder how you set up the auto crafting. I'll have to do some research off video. Now there is this stuff with the robot. I'm not actually sure I want to do this because I'm not sure what it's actually going to accomplish for me. Some people have said you can set up auto crafts using that, but it sounds very complicated. So what are we working on? So I guess the last thing we're going to be able to do before advancing is we need to make a bunch of rooms, one to store the fusion reactor and one to make the giant potential, and that's going to unlock the Ender integrated sapling, which looks like, I forget what mod that is, something dynamics I think, but I really want to make the giant compact machine for the 11x11 room. We just need 6 glitched machines, and that's going to be pretty expensive. Honestly, it's not that expensive. It's just going to take a lot of time because I'm going to have to do this manual thing over and over. So let's bust out our calculator. Crafting calculator. And we want a compact machine. We want the 11 by 11. Which will take a bunch of these. Yup. Okay, it says I want 27. No, I want one. And these guys are gonna take these. Which is saying it's that much. Okay, I need to clear the other stuff because it's reading the wrong thing. How do I clear? History. Detection. Because I need to change this stuff. Because this is not how we're crafting it anymore. Inputs, outputs. How do I reset? No, that's not it. How do I remove these? I need to reset it so I can get the right crafts. Regardless, that's going to be the last thing I do this episode. So I'm going to gather the necessary resources to make the giant compact machine, and then we'll put it all together when we come back. And I think I'll have to make a 7th one, right? To actually go in. But anyways, it shouldn't be that bad. It's going to take a lot of compact machine walls, but these are only going to take a single block of iron, which is pretty easy to get. So I'll see you in a sec. Well, it took me about 30 minutes, but I got all the compact machine frames. So I think we're finally good to go. So if we come in here and throw in this stuff. Oh wait, okay, I was about to make a horrible mistake. So it's a good thing I did not. Because, did I already make one of these glitched mediums? No, I made a glitched small. Yeah, glitched small. Okay, I almost made a terrible mistake. You take one, put it in there. Okay, now it's processing. Then I come to the melter and melt these guys. And why don't I have any buckets? This is a bucket. Why are you out of power? Maybe because it takes 26,000 RF every tick. Huh, I did not think of that. Probably why you shouldn't stack everything with upgrades. Huh. I think that drained the entire battery. Oh, no, it didn't. The only reason the battery isn't being drained is that the flex ducts can't push that much power at one time. Which in this case is actually quite good. So now we take all that stuff, put it in the melter. 16,000. We have another 2,000 in there because we need to melt all of these machine pieces, and then we're going to combine them into the large compact machines. And then we're going to ruin them by turning them into glitched large machines. And then we're going to use those to make the giant compact machine. Now I'm realizing that I'm also going to need another ender pearl for this. Okay, that's an ender pearl. And giant, it's also going to take 20 compact machine blocks, so I might as well grab that. Where is my iron? There we go. Because we're going to need a little bit more of this. Let me go ahead and do that. Luckily, making this is the easiest part of the craft. Iron block, redstone, throw a redstone, done. So easy. I wish all of them could be like this. They're also a very annoying amount of time, too long to process, which I'm not sure why. But that's nothing I can't handle. Okay, so now you're empty. You're forming them, so put that inside. So now I have to wait for these to finish. Use these with our compact machines and machine casings. We could start doing that now. Compact machine casings. We might need some more modularium, now that I think about it. Machine casing. More redstone blocks. Use this, not like that. Use this. One. Oh, let me throw that in here so that it'll actually work how I want it to work. Two, three, four. So now we just need two more, which should be in here. Yep. We'll wait for that to finish. Alright, it's about to finish. 8 normal machine pieces. Make that 6. Done. Now we're going to take these large compact ones and glitch them out in here. Throw those 6. Now this should work. Missing input item. It's going to process it in a second, I think. At least it should. If I take that out, will it fix it? Yes. So the problem was it couldn't start working on it until I took out the glitched medium machine. So now it's processing one glitched large machine. And is there glitched adventures for these? I feel like there should be. Let me check while the rest are cooking. Because I made an extra one of the medium. Let's see, we'll put you right here. Huh, I guess not. Unless I have to unlock it. I mean, there's no use for the glitch medium machine. Then why is it available to craft? Yeah, it has no uses. But it's in here. Very odd. I'm going to question that. So now all 6 are done. Go back in here. Grab our ender pearl. Leave it. Come back in here. Grab our compact machines. Now we have to build it. So the frame is like this. With one on the bottom. One on each face. Compact machines all around. Then throw in the ender pearl. Huh? Machine casing. 27 minus 6 is 21. Oh, the inside has to be a machine casing. Machine casing. See, that's so annoying. It makes me think, oh, I can craft it, but then nope. Gotcha. You thought it was that easy, it's not. Okay, luckily I can take those. Machine casing goes inside. Glitch large machine goes here. And now we're making the glitched thingamabob, I forget the size. The 11 by 11 compact machine. And with that, we're going to progress even faster, because now I can use the bigger space to miniaturize even bigger blocks. I'm surprised there's no glitch adventures for the other ones though, which is very odd. But I guess it makes sense. The quest book didn't show any other glitch adventures, unless maybe I have to finish these ones? No, even when I didn't finish it, I could see this one here. Ooh, it's getting real compressed. There we go. Giant compact machine, giant potential. Takes you to maximum compact overdrive, which is taking 6 glitched giant machines to make. Or a single glitched giant machine. Glitch giant machine, glitch giant machine. Wait, what? Oh, there's different ways to make it. So you can make it with more compact machine walls, or you can make it with more glitched giant machines, whichever you prefer. But now it's done. We'll place you right here and head inside. It's ginormous. Okay, let's come in here and grab these guys. And I was reading the comments, someone told me that you actually don't have to put these that high up. They just have to be 1 block above. So if that's true, I could just put it like this. Oh, it's on the wrong side. Whoops. Wait, what? This is the middle. Oh, maybe for this one it has to be a little bit taller. Because I'm trying to do the 5x5. Or actually, this is showing here. But isn't that... No, that's the same size. Compact machine. Giant compact machine. 5x5x5. If to make the 3x3x3, we needed the 7x7x7, then shouldn't we be able to do that in here? Or maybe, let's see, if I move this up here, no, it still pushes it over here, which is only, how do I expand it to the 5x5 then? Because I thought I'd be able to do this one. Well, I can't do this one yet until we get blocks of diamonds, but I thought I'd be able to make the large compact machine now, which is the 5x5. But this is showing that you can't. Let me see, let me move these down. Unless there's something I'm missing with these guys? Let's see, 3. Yeah, it can't reach it. Let's see, compact machines. Place 4 opposite of each other to create the field. So is that not a craft I can do? I'm so confused. Well, I'm not so confused. I'm kind of just saying it. But am I not allowed to do that craft? I thought the whole point of making this one so annoying was that I'd unlock this craft. But it doesn't seem to be the case. And it looks like this one's hollow on the inside. I now realize that. So how do I unlock 5x5? Let's see. If I do this, it wants one right here. Then it wants, wait a minute. Did I just make it too wide? No, this is a 3x3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is a 3x3. Do I need an even bigger space to do it? Wait, 3 by 3. Because someone said, if I take these down, they said you really only have to. No, that would be for a 3 by 3. Because it makes sense that for the 3 by 3 you would need it one block above, because they only need to reach out one block below. Let me check, because I'm pretty sure I should have access to it by now. Alright, so my sources tell me that if I want to do the 5 by 5 crafting, I actually need the 13 by 13 maximum compact machine room. Which means, if I were to do this manually, I would go insane. Which means, next episode, I'm going to have to figure out how to set up a simple development robot. Because if I have to do this manually to craft all the ender pearls again, I'm going to go nuts. But from what I read, you can automate the crafts using the machinery here, using the computer program. So I'm going to have to do that. But anyways, getting the giant compact machine in itself is a pretty big leap because it gets us closer to some other stuff. We're not that far away from the maximum size anyway. It's just really annoying that you can't actually use the 5 by 5 crafts in the giant one. I thought that was going to be like the big thing, but I guess not. So I'm going to have to take a step back and craft some computers. So I guess we'll conquer that next time. But anyways, I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.